everyone, I wanted to come on and share some cards that I recently made. I've been working through my 6x6. There's actually 12x12 pads that I cut down to 6x6 papers, making it more likely that I will actually cut into them. This paper is from a DCWV stack, and I don't know the name of the stack, but it's a birthday stack, and there's some really fun patterns in here. I really love this polka dot. And I didn't use all of these, but hoping to work through some of these as well. I just kind of ran out of time. It's very difficult when my little guy is around to actually craft because he wants to be a big helper, and so I did what I could, but there's some of these papers are very, very busy. I really love how whimsical they are, and then there were some patterns that didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped. And I think I love this rainbow, but lots of patterns that I didn't even touch here. And then there actually are some really cute journaling spots and cut aparts for if you were doing like some birthday layouts or a little mini album, which I can still do. I just cut down one sheet of each paper, and I think when I bought this I really liked, there's like really brights, and then there's also these kind of vintagey papers too, which I mean give me a good like school lined paper, and also like graph paper. But so anyway, these are just some of the papers that I haven't even used, and I did use some of the papers on the cards, but there are some patterns that I tried to use. For example, this one, I don't love this paper. I tried to use it on a card, and I did use it, but I think I'm finding that forcing myself to use papers I don't love isn't the best way to inspire myself. But so those are some of the papers. I did use this Sizzix Triplets die by Stephanie Bernard. I picked it up at a Crafty Garage sale recently for $3.50, so I thought I would just go ahead and use that. So here are my cards. So first one, I used that little die, using some of the papers, and then I used just some red paper. This was some cut apart strips. This was a little scrap. This is, and then I layered on some white paper that I already had. What I really like about this, and I don't know if you can see it, but I did do some glossy accents on the cherry, and I thought that turned out kind of cute. So the layout is really pretty much the same on a lot of these. This one I haven't stamped happy birthday or anything on it, but I do like that cupcake paper. But I just had some little flags here, attached them with my tiny attacher, and I don't think I glued beads down at all, but yeah, so they're kind of fun, just flying around there. Get some wind, and but anyway, yeah, so I had fun with my tiny attacher there. This one, I really love this paper, so I wanted to showcase it, but it does feel a little bit busy in the background there. This was just already cut apart saying happy birthday, and then tried to make a little cupcake that wasn't too bright to compete with that background paper, but I also added the glossy accents to the cherry as well. So here's one. This one's all wonky. I'm not gonna lie, I did not do the best job on this one with kind of the layering, but I used some green paper on layering this, and it's just not lined up. But I did the same thing with the flags, or this was just a cut apart in the paper pad, and yeah, so here's another one where I used that busy paper. This is not my favorite card. Still might add a little sentiment on here, but yeah, so not my favorite. But and then this one, same thing. I just tried to do a little bit of a different design here with some of the papers. Used the pattern paper for the actual cupcake itself. I think I may go back and do some glossy accents on the cherry, but. And then this is the last one. I still need to add a little sentiment down here, but this is kind of a simple card. I do think some of these work for masculine cards, which I always need more of, but just wanted to come on and quickly share that. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I always love to see comments too. And oftentimes when I see someone comment, I go to try and see if they have if I'm not familiar, go to try and see if they have a channel and subscribe. So I always really appreciate those comments and the fact that anybody would spend the time watching one of my videos. I just want to come on and share what I'm creating and hopefully inspire others to use up supplies. And I also, I'm so inspired by so many others here on YouTube, so it's always fun. I love this crafty community. So thanks again. Bye.